Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I'm your host, Dr. Nasir, and what's on tap for today? Well, guess what? Ana Kasparian gets fired upon by Cenk Uygur. That's right, folks. Ana gets triggered. This is part 4 of the debate between Ana Kasparian and Cenk Uygur of the Young Turks, who I affectionately like to call the Young Turks. Let's get to that video clip, folks. It is absolutely incredible. You want to talk about fireworks between these two? Oh boy, wait till you see it. Let's go to the clip right now.
No, but they have a false middle. Their middle is, bipartisan compromise that we should give billions more to corporations, and that's the middle of the country. That ain't the middle of the country. The middle of the country is an average guy, an average woman working their ass off, barely making it, etc. Right? So I address the actual middle as opposed to the Democratic Party. Look, here's my solution, and this is what I've been doing to the best of my ability, and often very wrongly, I'm sure, right? But I play both defense and offense. So if you're going to attack people, we're going to defend them. Period. Okay. At the same time, and this is what none of the rest of the Democratic Party do. Bernie does it a little bit. Justice Democrats do it a tiny bit, but
Justice Democrats do nothing.
tiny.
Yeah.
Okay. What you have to do is play offense on economic issues.
Yes.
Do you want higher wages, or do you want the Republican plan of lower wages? Do you want health care, or don't you want health care? For God's sake, this is the one thing Ana and I agree most on. Play offense on economic.
This is what I always talk about as well, that in politics, you've got to go on offense. So Cenk Uygur is basically following my advice, which is you got to go on offense. But he's basically saying only on the economic issues. I'm wondering if he wants to go on offense on all the other issues as well. Political, domestic, international, cultural, social. I'm just wondering. In politics, you need to go on the offense. That's the only winning strategy. You go on defense, you're going to be on the losing end of almost everything political.
Economic issues. And look, right wing, let me just say this. I don't mind if you hate me. I'm going to fight you, and you're going to fight me, okay? On these culture war issues, it probably lasts the rest of our lifetime, okay? But can we just agree on things that are not culture war issues? Don't you want higher wages and health care? And I know some of you say, no, not if it means working with a lib. And by the way, some of us say, not if it means working with a bigot, a racist, a homophobe, et cetera, et cetera. So both sides fight the culture wars either now or later, but you have to fight together on economic issues where the people at the top, the donors, are crushing the living crap out of both of us. Let's stop the robbery first, and then we can go back to fighting.
How do you get people?
So anyways, what I'd like to just basically put my 2 cents in here is that when Cenk Uygur is talking about economic issues, I'm wondering if what would he say during the time of President Trump, those 4 years, when people had their wages increased by, the lower end of the spectrum, those in the middle that Cenk Uygur's talking about, increased by about $7,500. During Bush, it was about $400 or $500. During Obama, it was about $1,000. But during Trump, it was almost $7,500 with those tax cuts that Cenk Uygur likes to say just went to the rich. Hey, I'm with these guys, the Young Turks. I affectionately call the Young Turks, the Young Turks. I'm with these guys when they're saying both parties at the top, the elite, the establishment, the power, the corporations. There's a tremendous amount of power vested up there. And the average person doesn't have access to that same kind of, obviously, money and the same kind of power to fight for the policies that are going to be great for him. But when President Trump came in, he did start to erode that political power base of the establishment of the elites. He wasn't able to complete the job, but he at least put a little bit of a dent in it and gave a lot of people breathing room.
People to work together when the beginning of that proposal is, we hate you guys. We think you're stupid. We think you love
They
criminals.
hate us. You think they don't hate us?
No, they do hate us. They do hate us.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is it's okay. Hate us. We hate you. But let's work together so we don't get robbed. The guy's walking away with the freaking money. Let's stop the robbery first. So it's just an honest way of dealing with it. Instead of saying like, oh my God, maybe you guys are right about X, Y, or Z.
No, I never said that, Cenk. I never what the straw. Okay.
That is a straw man.
That is no. You love straw manning. You love it. I'm trying to be as fair as possible during this conversation.
Oh, look at these guys here right now. You love the straw manning. You love it. You love gaslighting. You love pouring the gas on there. Anna with the salvos going over to Cenk the Cenk Uygur. And look at Cenk over here. Look at this beautiful, chubby little face. Oh, you're such a cute thing. You just want to grab your little cheeks and just, right? And then Anna's over here. Whoa, give me some space over here, buddy. I mean, she just went after him. We got to go back to that. We just have to go back to that clip there where Anna just basically, she got triggered. She absolutely got triggered because she's trying to dance around the edges over here. She wants to have it both ways. She wants the left to like her. She wants the right to like her. She wants it basically three ways. Okay? She wants the left to like her, she wants the right to like her, and she wants the people in the middle to like her. Okay, Cenk, he doesn't care. He says, I don't care if you don't like me on the right. I don't care if you like me on the left. We just want to, get the people in the middle. That's Cenk's. But let's just go back and see that salvo happen one more time.
We think you love
They
criminals.
hate us. You think they don't hate us?
They do hate us. They do hate us.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is it's okay. Hate us. We hate you. But let's work together so we don't get robbed. The guy's walking away with the freaking money. Let's stop the robbery first. So it's just an honest way of dealing with it. Instead of saying like, oh my God, maybe you guys are right about X, Y, or Z.
No, I never said that, Cenk. I never what the straw. Okay.
That is a straw man.
That is no. You love straw manning. You love it. I'm trying to be as fair as possible during this conversation. You're intentionally misrepresenting what I'm saying here. Obviously, I don't agree with the hateful rhetoric. I don't like any of it. Okay, but it's really interesting to me that when you had a candidate like Obama who ran on hope and change, who ran on economic issues, all of these people who are now enamored with Donald Trump actually voted for Obama. Gee, I wonder why that is. Could it be that in lieu of a candidate that actually...
Anna makes an excellent point here, something that I've talked about too. Do you realize that those same counties, over 200 of them that voted for Obama twice, pretty much white? Okay, these weren't black counties, folks, predominantly. These were predominantly white counties. Twice they voted for Obama in droves. Those same counties flipped, those over 200 counties that voted for Obama, the first 50% black, 50% white president of the United States of America, well, they voted for the 50% of him that was black. All right? And Donald Trump carried those same counties, 200 plus. They flipped. So what were they? Were they not racist when they voted for Obama? But then they obviously became racist after that for Trump? Is that what you're trying to say? Anna's basically giving some facts to Cenk the Cenk and going after him really strong here.
Represents their economic interests. They just go for the cult of personality who owns the libs. That is what happens. That is our political landscape right now. So we can continue attacking ordinary people that we disagree with. And to be sure, I do disagree with them. But we have to also, more importantly, if you ask me, focus on the systems that has created this mess in the first place. And sometimes I feel like the focus isn't where it needs to be. That's all I'm saying.
All right, super last thing on it. Look, Anna's, again, not wrong about the facts. So Obama, when he came into office, had around an 80% approval rating. So if the whole country was racist or all Republicans were racist, why was his approval rating that high? Why did he win a whole bunch of red states, right? So if you think the only answer is racism, bigotry, etc., you're wrong. The facts do not prove out your thesis, okay?
Right. But you always hear that from the left. You always hear it in a lot of your soliloquies, okay, Cenk the Cenk. You're saying it now, okay? But then when it comes down to it, when you start giving your punditry, when you start giving your, buffoonery, when you start giving your blistering opinions out there, which are fine, we got to agree to disagree. But then all of a sudden, everyone's a racist, everyone's a bigot on the right. Here you're basically saying 80% of the country, he had 80% approval rating. There must have been some, people inside there that didn't vote for him but still liked him or whatever. His approval had to be that high. How could it be that 80% if the whole country is racist? I mean, that doesn't mean anything. Look, you got people of all racial backgrounds, of all ethnic backgrounds, of all demographics. You've got people in there that you could say are going to be bigots and racists and all kinds of things. It's not white only. It's not the white club only, folks. Okay, blacks are racist, browns are racist, whites are racist. I mean, you get any skin color is racist, any ethnicity is racist, any demographic can be racist. All right, so you know what? But don't say that this is a racist country. You just can't say that. But that's what you guys end up saying. The hyperbole is unbelievable, and that's coming from you folks on the left and from the mafia media cartels.
So, but if you think that problem doesn't exist, well, you're probably not on the left anyway. Of course it exists, right? And of course it applies to some people. But whether it's the majority or half of Republicans or a third of Republicans, I don't know. But I do know that whatever percentage of Republicans that is, they're winning their primaries, they're winning general elections, and they're passing laws that enforce their hatred of us onto all of society, right? Whereas our side can't play defense or offense. So I'm trying to help on both fronts, but I'm sure very imperfectly so. And this is a good conversation. It'll continue probably for a year.
And you're not doing a really good job of it, if I do say so myself. But I would love for you to come onto your channel and rebut me and basically say that everything that I've said is completely true. And it is. That's factual. And what you basically said is kind of, subterfuge, and it's a lot of spin to go in that direction, basically, to just try to prove your point that you just basically finished saying. See, you say one thing, like you said, oh, 80% approval rating. They can't all be racist. But then I don't really know. Maybe there's half or a third or three quarters. It really doesn't matter because you guys are passing laws that hate everybody, that are all racist, they're all bigoted. Name a law that's racist. Name a law that's bigoted. Name any law out there that has any type of. Just name a law. Name the systemic racism that's in the United States right now. Name an institution where there's systemic racism. Find it, and I'll fight it with you. I'll fight to eradicate that systemic racism. But I'd like you to first point it out there, Cenk Uygur. Anyways, we appreciate you taking the time to watch. You've been watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I've been your host. My name is Dr. Nasir. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, like, share, and follow us to let us know what you think in the comments below. I'll leave you with my final thought, which is, when you're right, you're right. And when you're left, you're wrong. We'll see you again next time, folks. Take care and stay safe.